All right, so in today's video, we're going to talk about what success even is, right? What is success? And everybody has a different definition of success. Everybody defines success differently, and success means different things to different people, right? So let's do it visually so we can get our answer really quickly, okay? So let's assume all the success we can ever attain in life, right? Every area of your life, all the success we can ever have is right here in this circle, right? Now, problem is, most people's definition of success is actually really limited. For some people, having, great finances, a great wealth is success to them, right? For some people, having a great business, that's success for them. For some people, having a great family life, that's success for them, right? And for some people, it's about having great relationships or romantic relationships, and that is success to them, right? So everybody has a different meaning of what success really means. Now, a lot of people think about it, most people think about it in terms of wealth and business, right? But that's not success, because you could have the best finances in the whole wide world and still feel miserable, right? You could be in the best health of your life but still be broke, so you're still miserable, right? So that's the aspect that I really want to cover. And the key is to have all these aspects together of our life, right? Because, you know, having success in one area does not necessarily mean you're still going to be happy or you're going to be fulfilled. And I'm a great example of that. Like, using my own thought process, I'm like literally a perfect example of this. When I was turning from school to going to college, my only goal was to be in the best shape of my life, right? Because I was in college. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to do, all the things that a college guy does. So I got into the best shape of my life. I had like six-pack abs. I was in the calendar. I was in the photo shoot, for the university. I did all sorts of stuff. The best shape of my life. But my finances were a mess. So I still didn't feel fulfilled. It was always the element that there's something missing, right? So then what I did, okay, I need to work on my finances. So I started working on my finances, on my business, and guess what? I attained success in that too. But then in so doing, I neglected my health and I freaking put on like 40 pounds, right? And my relationships were a mess. So then when I started trying to manage both my health and my business, what happened was my social life was a mess. So what resulted in was a lack of fulfillment. And that is what I want to cover, what true success is. So what is success? So here's success as I define it. True success as I define it, is attaining success in each and every area of your life. And not only attaining success at each and every area, but being okay and being satisfied and being fulfilled with where you're at in each of those areas. So that's what true success means to me. But here's the thing. It doesn't mean that, okay, if you're not going to get to any area of your life, you're not going to be happy. No, that's not what I mean, right? You can still be happy, you can still be fulfilled, not being in any of their areas. And I'll be the first one to admit, I'm not, 100% on each and every area. Finances, sure, but I could always be better, right? Business, sure, but business could always be bigger, right? And my health, hell yeah, I need to work on that, that's for sure. Right, that's been on my top priority list recently. And relationships, that's another thing I need to work on, right? My relationships, my my health, those are things that I need to work on. So the success and the fulfillment does not lie in that destination. You're never gonna get somewhere in your business or your health and be like, you know what, I'm finally successful now. I'm finally fulfilled. I'm finally satisfied. That point never comes, right? I don't want to give you the reason why. I've spoken to countless millionaires. I've got, a bunch of, some frankly going to be billionaires soon in my network. And I speak to them, and those guys are making $300 million, $400 million a year, way more than I ever did, right? But yet they're always aiming for that bigger picture. And what I found, right, was that the success, if you're only looking at the end goal of reaching your full potential, when you actually get somewhere, guess what? You're never going to be happy, right? Because success does not lie in attainment of that end goal. Success and happiness and fulfillment lies in the pursuit of that goal, right? In the journey is where it lies. It's not about where you go and how you get there. It's all about enjoying the journey along the way. That's where success and fulfillment lies, right? So that's also one of the things we're going to be covering in my upcoming book, preppingforsuccess.com. But Here's another point that I really want to get across. Most people say, Anmol, you have unrealistic expectations. You can't have it all. You can't have success in all areas of your life. Nobody does. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's all about the pursuit of that in which we need to find our happiness, right? And never let anybody tell you can't have it all, right? The reason why they're telling you can't have it all is because they have not got it all. That's why, not because it can't be done. Aren't there successful people who also have great relationships and are happy? You bet there are. Aren't there people who are in the best health of their life, the best shape of their life, but they're making a lot of money? You bet they are. So you can't have it all, right? Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise, right? I've had people tell me all my life otherwise, and I've kept proving them wrong, and I'm going to continue to prove them wrong, right? They were the ones who said they can't be done, and now they're the same people who messaged me for a job. So never let anybody tell you otherwise. Use that motivation, use that fuel to push you to the next level, okay? And frankly, when people told me early in my career, Anmol, it can't be done. You can't have success in all areas of your life. They told me that, and I used to feel the same way, right? But I also felt really bad when they said that. But what I found was that it can be done, right? I just had to look at better examples. I was looking at people who didn't have all these areas of their life, and anybody who was telling me it can't be done didn't have all the areas of their life together. But I just found better role models. I just found better people to look at who had all this shit together. And that's what enabled me to open up my mind to find that, it can be attained. Even if it cannot be attained, I'm going to push, I'm going to put all my effort in, and I'm going to find my happiness in the journey, in the fulfillment, in that journey, in the pursuit of that true success, right? So why do I talk about having success in all areas of your life? Well, here's why. I think that you cannot be successful in just one area and be happy. I've never met somebody who has just one part of their success together and they're totally happy. I've never met that, right? Never met a person like that. But what I think about success is that success is like a wheel, right? This little circle. So let's think of this as a bicycle, right? So let's say this is a wheel of a bicycle, right? You know how bicycle wheels are? They got their little strings or threads or, these iron rods that go by that hold the wheel together so that the wheel rotates straight, right? That's how our life is. This is the wheel of life, right? Now the areas could be health, it could be happiness, it could be wealth, it could be love. So health, wealth, love, and happiness, all those areas are in our life. Now imagine a bicycle wheel had all these things together, but one of the points, one of these rods break, right? Or one of this rod breaks. Is the wheel going to operate properly? Think about it. Is the wheel going to operate properly if one of these things break? No. Is the bicycle going to move in a straight line? Hell no, right? And that's exactly how our life is. If you have only one or two areas of your life together, but you're ignoring all of this right here, right? All of this right here, you're ignoring that. Sooner or later, that's going to creep in and that's going to seep into all the other areas of your life. And you're not going to be fulfilled, right? I mean, I've had it. I've had the best shape of my life. I've had the business, right? I've had the wealth. I've had the relationships, but I never felt fulfilled because all my focus was going into attaining that one little thing, ignoring all the others, right? But when I started looking at it this way, that, you know what, Anmol, your life is like this cycle. You have to have all this stuff together to be fulfilled and happy. If one part of the bicycle is broken, it's not going to go. It's not going to move. And that's exactly how our lives are. To have all these things together is extremely crucial. And that's one of the key concepts that I'm going to talk about in my upcoming book, Prepping for Success, 10 Keys for Making It in Life. We're going to talk about true success. We're going to talk about, what true success is. We're going to dive into it in more detail. And we're going to talk about, what do we need to do in order to get there? And, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm far from it. But I am also prepping for success. So, the book, the main aim about writing this book was, I'm writing a book that I wish somebody gave it to me 10 years ago. I've had great times in my life. I've had great experiences. I've also had really tough times emotionally and, financially and all the other reasons. I've had some tough time, right? And I've had to learn along the way, spending thousands of dollars on, courses, seminars, workshops. I mean, you name it. I've read almost every single book out there. And, just to try and find that little hidden piece of nugget, like something that can get me to the next level. And what I discovered was there is no hidden piece of information. There is no success thing. There's no one thing I can tell you to, get you to where you want to go. And, sometimes in life to get to where we want to go, we have to give up the thing we want the most. But the key concept was with this book, the reason I wrote this book is that I really wish somebody gave me this book that I'm about to write 10 years ago. Like, it would have made my life so much more easier, so much more easier. But I'm glad it's out there now. And the reason I'm getting it out there is, if it can help somebody else, shove time off their self-development, awesome, right? So in this book, we're going to be talking about the key concepts that we need, right? Not want, need, in order to get that true success, which is attaining success in each and every area of your life. So that's what we're going to be talking about, a book. I really, really, really appreciate you guys' support. I mean, I can't thank you enough for the encouragement that you guys have given me, especially seeing the messages on Facebook and Instagram. I mean, that's what keeps me going, and that's what keeps me continuing to write this book and to make it, really perfect is what I want it to be. And, I've written this book once before, and, this year I went back and rewrote it. So this book has been in the making for a while now. I rewrote it and I rewrote it again. Then I realized, Anmol, you're not a writer. I'm a good talker. I'm not a good writer. Then I had to get an editor to read all my stuff, spell check it, all that stuff, So I've been doing that, but, your guys' comments definitely keep me going. And my aim with this book is to, just give you some of this piece of nugget, make your life a little bit more easier, right? So that you don't have to read thousands and thousands of books like I did. You don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on networking events, on workshops, on, seminars like I did. And just to give you those 10 keys, just 10 keys, not 11, not 20, not 9, not 8, not 100, just 10 keys. 10 things we can start doing right now. And that's what we're going to be covering in this book. So I really appreciate you guys' support. And if you think there's anybody else who could benefit from this message or, from this book, or if you think somebody else, has not all the areas together, but they're only focusing on one area, that would be the perfect person to send this book over to whenever it comes out. So I'm going to try and get this book to you as soon as I can. Probably going to be until end of this year or early next year, if I'm perfectly honest with you, because I'm managing, a couple of businesses, different projects together along with this book. And, I really want to make sure that I write the best book, because this is my first book outside of the trading industry. So I really want to make sure I get it right. So that's why it's taking time, but it's going to be amazing. I promise you that. Once you read it, you're going to like it, you're going to love it. And not only are you going to love it, but this is something that I can assure you is going to change your life for sure. All right. So appreciate it, guys. Take care. And I'm going to keep you posted as this book comes along. I have some articles that I'm writing as well, so that you guys can get more insight on this book. And I'm going to be also probably sending some free chapters along your way. Let me know what you think. All right. So take care, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you guys later.